the next game week, right?
Yeah.
Before the international break,
Yes.
I think if I'm not wrong, Forest versus Newcastle.
Yep.
And Forest is up there.
Yeah.
A lot of Forest fans happy and showing me the table. You all and of course they are doing well. Of course they are doing well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a tough match. What do you guys think?
I think we were talking about it off camera earlier,
Yeah.
right? That we've seen that we said that Espirito Santos is a very good coach actually, and I think Forest they were able to get him. It's showing in the way that they play this season, especially. I think it's going to be a tough game because Nuno has always been known to be a defensive first coach. He wants to make sure his team is sound defensively, then you build from there. And we've seen this season, I think they have not conceded a lot of goals. They have a former Newcastle keeper in Matt Sells in between the sticks.
Yeah.
Matt Sells wasn't very good for us, but look how much he's come. Look how far he's come, right? I personally think it'll be a tough game. And since I said that we're going to lose to Arsenal, but we ended up winning, I will just put it on record that I think we will lose to Forest. And
hopefully. Reverse psychology.
Getting the footballing gods up there.
I will have to agree with Terence also. It's going to be very tough. They have Ilanga, Morgan Gibbs White, Anderson. Chris Wood is having the time of his life. They also have a strong bench. So it will be tough. They are playing at home, right? At the City Ground, right?
Yeah.
So again, I feel it's gonna be a close to 1-0 lose to us, lah. To be honest.
Well, I said that we would lose to Arsenal. I said that we would lose both the Chelsea games. We won one. We won Arsenal. So I don't know. I think Forest is having they're having a very good time right now. Their form is brilliant. Chris Wood is brilliant. Every FPL manager's top pick right now.
I just bought him.
I should buy him.
Don't jinx it.
Don't jinx it. Experiment a bit lah. Let's try.
But I don't know.
Welbeck or Chris Wood?
Say well back. I said well back.
But I don't know. I really hope we win this one, or we at least just take back a draw. It will. I mean, it's an away game. It's hard. It's going to be hard. I think looking at where our squad is, but we will be on a high. Right, Chelsea and then Arsenal. 2 games we've already won. We will be on a high. So I'm banging on that lah. I do hope we win, but even if we don't take a point back, I wouldn't be disappointed.
Okay, next game. I hope to hear some good things lah. Chelsea versus Arsenal. This make me a bit happier lah.
I think if it's me, right, I think it would be a draw. Yeah, considering that I watch Chelsea against United, it's as if I'm watching 2 teams full of errors. It's like both teams are like trying to beat each other. I can do more errors than you. Is that it? No. I expected to have a nice flowing football, but each one of them is doing like stupid errors, like schoolboy errors. So, but being at home, it may be a different beast lah. So I think Arsenal, if Odegaard is available, I think can be a draw.
Okay, I also think draw lah with Arsenal's recent play, and I feel Arteta contributes to the tactics and the style of play as well. I feel he's partly to blame a bit.
Dark arts.
Not dark arts. The way he asked them to play, or like we talk about Partey playing right back and all that. So I feel he has a part to play in Arsenal playing how they are playing right now, and of course the blame in form lah right now. So doesn't look good. Again, I'm not sure about Chelsea. I always feel that Chelsea can always come up with a surprise because they have so many good players, ex-Wolves players as well. So I would say draw lah. I would say hopefully draw and avoid a defeat at Chelsea.
I actually think Arsenal might nick this one. I think they might win.
I hope so.
Chelsea, if you look at the way Chelsea played with us, there was no Cole Palmer. Everything was messy. They played against Man U. Things were a bit, like schoolboy errors. Exactly how you put it.
I think between Arsenal and Chelsea, they play the exact same way. Both teams play 4-2-3-1. they will cancel each other out. The only way I feel Arsenal can get anything out of the game is if Gabriel Jesus plays. He needs to stretch the defense. I think that is what we did against Chelsea. We you got to stretch that defense. Both ways. You need, because Havertz doesn't run the channels.
That's true.
That is the problem, right? Against us, that's what I noticed. So you want to play against Chelsea, you've got to do that because their defenders are not experienced, right? They are hoping that their talent can work together, but they don't have a natural leader. You talk about who's their captain, Enzo not playing. Moises, James is also barely there. So you talk about leadership, they don't have any. So if you want to play tiki taka, you must have Odegaard. He has the football intelligence to do it, right? You don't have him, then you play that. You need to stretch their defense. So I feel they are going to cancel each other out. So to me, I like Arsenal more than Chelsea. Honestly, I like Arsenal more. I don't like Arteta, but I like Arsenal more.
Why you don't like? Okay, I think we need to ask that question later. Because I think we need to ask that question. Because it's interesting. It's kind of interesting.
I just want to know why you don't like Arteta.
I don't like Arteta, but I prefer Arsenal more than Chelsea.
Okay.
So the only way for Arsenal to win, I feel Jesus must play. Get him to run the channels. And Havertz can play that number 10 role. They will do some damage there.
But why you don't like Arteta?
We'll let him answer first.
So you think it's a draw?
I'm thinking it's a draw, they will cancel each other out.
Okay, I think it's going to be a draw as well. 0-0. For the record, I actually have a soft spot for Arsenal. Especially after watching the Netflix, not Netflix, the Amazon Prime documentary.
All or nothing, guys.
Yeah, all or nothing. As in that gave me an insight into how professional teams are run and how Mikel Arteta is as a man manager, which I really like and who I really like as well. So I got a soft spot for them. But in relation to what Hairu said, right, they both play the same formation. And if you looked at Chelsea playing, as in Chelsea's visit to Liverpool a couple of weeks back, when they knew that they were the inferior team, right? They just sat back to play counter-attacking football, and they did well against Liverpool. And I think it's a similar case to Newcastle. You want to play attacking football, but you might not have the players or the know-how to do it yet, so you have to play counter-attacking. I have a feeling Chelsea might play a counter-attacking this time. Arsenal is short of not just Odegaard, I feel they're short of a finisher as well. They can create chances, but whether or not they take them is another thing. So because of that, I would say it's going to be a 0-0 draw.